Hey, crafty family, how are you doing this evening? I am Eve with the baby's booty, and thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight. We are going to be doing a what? Can you not hear me? Hold on. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. But at any rate, tonight we are going to be doing a super cute crafty project. Oh my god, it's adorbs. And it will, I sound far away. I don't know why I sound far away. Let me see what microphone I'm using. It will be for our you can use this to adorn like a Stanley cup. You could use this to hang from a purse. And the whole thing about it is repurposing denim is what I used. You can use any fabric. You can even use the faux vinyl, but I thought it was super cute to do as a denim project. So we will be showing that here in a moment. Switch back to the first microphone. Okay, I will. Thank you, because I do prefer the first one. Does that sound better? Enduring Heart Design. Thank you very much. I do have the microphone right here. I just didn't have it on my thing. New baby alert. You got a singer, featherweight, born in 1952. Been wanting one for many years. Congratulations, Ed. EJ's daughter. Hi, yes, honey. Yes, congratulations, EJ's daughter. Thank you so very much for letting us know about your new baby. And hey to everybody in the chat. I did go on live yesterday for a little itty bitty bit to give a reminder about the um, Jelly Roll Race quilting that we'll be doing tomorrow live on Zoom. And the Zoom will be streamed here on YouTube tomorrow. So that's going to be tomorrow at noon. If you want to join us, which you can, it's not an issue. You can join us either as someone who is going to sew along with us, side by side with us, or you can join as just a viewer. Now, on Zoom, I'm asking that if you are going to come on Zoom with us, that you're actually on Zoom with us to actually sew along with us. Okay. Because, I mean, the whole point in sitting there and being on the camera is so that we can see what you're doing and then, walk each other through it and all of that cool stuff. Okay. So, if you want to just watch, I'm going to ask that you watch here on YouTube and follow along on YouTube, and you can leave comments, and I'll be able to see it because, like I said, it's going to be streamed live, and we'll be doing it that way. The other thing I wanted to mention about the Jelly Roll Race, we want to please be sure that you have everything ready to go. I know that's a stretch, especially when um, a lot of times I'll come to the table not ready and don't have the. You don't have to have a lot of the fabric. Like if you can, it's 40 strips, and so if you have maybe 20, that's fine. It'll probably be like a little lap quilt type situation. It wouldn't be like a full quilt or a throw. Um, but just to get your feet wet and see how it goes, I don't have a problem with you coming and just doing a smaller version of it. No worry, Keisha E. I will miss you. And we'll do something similar again because I do think this is going to be a really good first quilter friendly first time quilter friendly project. So just the things that you need, and I have a stack right here. Um, thank you, Miss 143. I have to work from home, so I'll be in the bushes. No worries. Thank you, Miss 143. I appreciate that. We did hit 60K here on the channel. Later on in the show, we'll be doing a giveaway of six $10 gift cards for the Hotfix store. Um, And so just be on the lookout for that. But that's later on in the show. Sipping. That's what's up. Hey, you guys. Thank you so very much. So, in the spirit of the 60K giveaway, we'll be giving away six $10 gift cards tonight. So, we got to make time for that. So let me get into this. Hey, Bailey Boo. We're going to get right into this. Now, this is a jelly roll. And then as soon as we're done talking about the jelly roll, I'm going to let you know about tonight's project, which is adorable. Joe said, Lover Check, congratulations on your new apparel printer. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes, congratulations. So this is a jelly roll. In case you don't know, if you've ever been in a fabric store and seen something very similar to this is a jelly roll. Okay. And a jelly roll is basically, and I was saying this wrong yesterday, I apologize, but a jelly roll is basically strips of fabric that are 2.5 inches wide by 44 inches from end to end long. So and what the jelly roll consists of. Usually there's coordinating fabrics that you will get, and there's a wide variety of projects that you can make with this, but we're going to do a quilt top, okay? And the quilt top is so easy to make. I mean, like this can whip up in about an hour if you're used to sewing. If you're not used to sewing, it may take us about 2.5 hours to get one, maybe a little bit longer, depending upon how quickly you sew. But I have a couple of jelly rolls that I just picked up off of Amazon. The link is in the description of the video that I posted yesterday, and it'll have a little bit more information about the jelly roll race. But just so that you can see what these look like in somebody's hand, you know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of jelly rolls right here. And then I even picked up a blue one because I thought the blue was super pretty. So eventually I intend to do something with the blue one. You might even find a pack of jelly rolls like this one. So there it comes in different shapes and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's roughly 40 strips, sometimes 44 strips of 2.5 inch strips of fabric. Okay. So there's that. And that will be tomorrow, like I said, on Zoom. The link to the Zoom is in the description of the video yesterday. I would post it in the video today, but like we ran out of time because this was just so much fun. So, who wants to see something super duper duper super cute? I mean, so stinking cute. And it's not even done and it's cute. And I'll show you how it's not done. But I did ring the bell, Sheila, on that one. Who wants to see something super cute? Are you ready to see something just stinking cute? It makes no sense. You want to see cuteness? You got to see the cuteness. Now I made a little bit of change from this design, and the file is going to be available for those who are members here on the channel. And then tomorrow I will post the file on the website. The supervisor, he is cute. He is definitely cute. Hey, Stacy, have fun in the bushes. Y'all, look, somebody. Are you ready for this? Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It is a chunky denim bow. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. And then I messed up and pulled one of the chains out. Hey, Latanya. I pulled out one of the chains. It's supposed to be four danglies hanging from it. And so the whole premise behind it is not done because it's supposed to have an attachment up here at the top where you can have the same similar chain to loop it around the handle of like a Stanley cup or to loop it around a pocketbook. Isn't it adorable? It's just so stinking cute. So I'm going to show you how to make this. And the whole thing about this is so small that you can use scraps of fabric. And I had scraps of denim. And that's what I was making these out of. Now we're going to use some unconventional things that I haven't used before. Hey, Patricia Boo. We're going to use some unconventional things that I haven't used before here on this channel that I'm aware of. I don't think I've used a glue gun, so we're gonna pull out the glue, the big boy glue gun. We'll be using the heat press a little bit to put the bling on the tails, which you can actually put bling on the top as well on the front of the bow. Hotfix if you want to show you how to get everything put on here so that you're not struggling because it's so small. You can't put the bow together and then put the bling on, with the exception of the tail. So we're going to go over all of these steps and stuff, but I just think this is just so super stinking cute. And chunky is something that's trending right now. So this is something that you can, yes, you can use faux leather. You definitely can use faux leather with this. Um, and this is something that you can actually gift. And like I said, it's trending, right? The chunky thing is trending. And bows are trending, of course, this year. So this would make a cute little gift. And I'm going to show you guys how I made it. Now, I did take the yeah, you can make a hair tie out of it. You could do all kind of, what are some other things? Like put in the chat some other um ideas that you would put this little bow on, because it can go on quite a few different things. Especially at this size. It's like basically palm size, as you can see. Your chunky does it. Yes, that means you're trending too. And then next week, I've got some other things that we're going to have some fun. It's going to be Hot Mama week next week. So next week, I got some Hot Mama things that we're going to bling out. And I think it's going to turn out super cute. We'll do a little bit of modeling, so a little bit of showing off. So be sure to check in next week. So I think these are adorable. So let's cut over to the table. Actually, before I go over there, I'm gonna let you know. So the SVG for this, well, not this bow, but the bow that I have over there on the table, it's the same setup. It's just the shape is different. So with this one, you can see it a little bit better on the back side. My thought process and what I was making was a custom bow that was in the shape of a diamond. That's what this bow is, and why it has the little cutouts down here, because I was trying to get it to look like a diamond shape. And so I thought it was cute. But at the same time, I decided to share the more traditional looking bow file. And so that's what's over there on the table. So I have an SVG for more traditional shaped bow, as far as the ears of the bow is concerned. And it's in the Google Drive now. I'll drop the link here in a little bit, but that particular file, don't sell the file. That's not what it's for. This is just for members who, we got Hoop Group members on here on the YouTube channel there. They get to get it, and then I'll drop it on the store probably late tonight or tomorrow, and you'll be able to get it and cut it out yourself. But saying all of that to say, I'm cutting out a couple of things that I wanted to show you, but I hear my machine. I ran out of filament. But I'm making a 3D printed version of the SVG for the bow on my 3D printer. And this is for if you want to just cut it out with scissors or something like that. So just to show you some things that you can do with the SVG. That's the only reason I'm talking about this. But I have a 3D printed template. I also have a cutting mat template that I made the template out of scrap from off the cutting mats, right? And then I also took the SVG, loaded it in my laser cutter, and used the laser cutter to cut the fabric for the bow that's on the table. So it's like a couple of different ways you can use this SVG to make these. And you can choose whichever way is the easiest for you to use the SVG and import it into these different features to make you a reusable template that you can use over and over and over again. Okay. So at any rate, pin it on a bucket hat. Yeah, that would be cute. And she said at your waistline on the hip. Holler. Yes, that would be cute. So I would put jump rings on each side and add a chain. And where's a necklace? That would be cute too. That would be cute. Let's see, put it on a barrette, yeah, for hair. Add them to junky ties and socks. And so that's why I was telling my husband that there's this thing with the junky ties for women who, they want a more differently adorned tie and all the junky things that's on it. So I got a couple of things over there that we were going to add to our bow. An alligator clip, that would work. Neckties, junk socks, that works. Top of your sleeve, that works. Hey, Derica, put a pin on the back of it. Yas, that works. Bag charm, that works. Again, another pin back. Yas, yas. So yeah, great ideas on the front or back of a baseball cap. That would be cute, actually. Especially because I like, well, back when my hair was thicker and fuller before it fell out, I like to put up a ponytail and pull it through the back of the ball cap. This would be cute over the top of that hole. Yep, that would be cute. Upcycle a denim jacket and pin it on one side. Totally pretty in pink. Aww. Add rings on your purse. Yes. So yeah, I have some pin backs too. So we possibly could do that with one. But for now, let's swap over to the table and then we will see about making one real quick because they're quick to make up. It's just a matter of adding the designs and stuff to them that makes it more or less how quickly or not so quickly it works up. Okay, so I'm going to switch the camera over to the table. Forgive my mess because I've been working on these a good portion of the day today. And I'm going to show you, actually, let me swap this filament. And I'm going to, filament ran out. Look, I have 4 minutes to go with this filament. You know what? Let's stop because it can wait. It doesn't have to finish. So here's the denim, and all I did was set it on the laser, and it cut right on out of this denim. So this was a scrap piece of denim that I had, and you see I got plenty more to make more bows, which we should do here in a moment. Let me grab this template so that you can see what I was doing. Let me get this off of here. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm trying not to break it off of the printer. There we go. Oop. All right, so just to show you, this is, it stopped because it ran out of filament. So there's a line on here, but here is the template. Okay, so this is the one that will be in the Google, or is in the Google Drive. And I shrunk it just a little itty bitty bit when I put it in the laser to cut it out. So the way you would use it with this, okay, is you would take it, and where did that denim go that I just had? It's right here. And then I'm going to show you some of the other stuff that I have. But you would take this template and you would lay it on the fabric and then trace around it, right? And then that'll give you a template that will come out the exact same every time because you have something to trace around. And then the other template that I made is out of the plastic mat. This right here that we use for our rhinestone templates, and I don't see it, so it's around here somewhere. It's clear, so it's easy for me to misplace it, but you can use this, and as you see, you could put it on the cutting mat when you have scrap from cutting it off of templates that are smaller than the cutting mat, and make a template out of this with that SVG. by taking, you can print it out and then put it on the back side and trace it on here. That's another way to do it. Just giving you a visual of what I was talking about. And then, like I said, this is a perfect cutout that I did on the laser cutter. So when you cut these out, what I recommend is that you cut them out on 2 pieces of fabric so that it's the same on the front and the back. Because what will happen is if we did not, and you're using, for instance, the um, like this leather, if I wanted to use this to make a bow, which you can use faux leather, but when I go to fold it over, it's going to be different on the back side. So you'll need a double-sided situation going on. And that's what this is for. And once you get it together, then that's where you would use some form of heat and bond, or I have this product. It's called Bow Nash Fuse It powder. It's a powder that kind of reminds me of sugar. Actually, when you shake it out, it comes out like a fine sugar, and then you sprinkle it all over the thing. But I was sprinkling it on the top of a piece of parchment paper or a piece of regular copy paper, right? And then as it sprinkles on there, or after it sprinkles on there, then you take the opposite side, lay it on top. So this is the same on the front and the back. And then I set it on the heat press, or you could put an iron on it and iron with this to let it melt the glue powder that's in between the two. So there's a couple of ways to do that. But if you do use the iron or use this, then you would need to take this off of the material that you was shaking it out on, so that you don't get this powder on your iron or on your heat press. So hopefully that makes sense. Matter of fact, let's cut the heat press back on because I'm gonna use it for that. Now what you also can do is use something like hem tape or stitch witchery, which is this stuff right here. Using this though will be a little bit trickier because you're not going to be able to get every nook and cranny with this. So it would be better to but if you had to in a pinch, you could definitely use it. But you also can use fabric glue. If you have some fabric glue, and take your time and put it on there, and then you can have it glued together that way. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of paper, and then we're going to put this fabric fuse it powder on here, and then that way you can see how that process works. I do have what's the name of that stuff? I do have what's the name of that stuff we use all the daggone time? I can never remember the name. Well, I can sometimes remember the name of it, but tonight I can't remember the name of it. Heat and bond. I do have heat and bond, and I could cut out um the heat and bond with the laser or with scissors and then do it, but I'm going to use this because this is going to be a little bit faster and to me less stressful. And so you see how it's kind of sticking to each other. That's because the laser kind of fused the fabric. So you open it up like a salt shaker, and then you shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a salt shaker. So I'm going to sprinkle this powder on the back side of one side of this. Okay. And like I said, you can kind of see the powdery looking material. Whoops. See how it's on there? All right. And so what I'm going to do is just lay this back down carefully. My heat press has already beeped to let me know that it is ready for me to press. And then I want to make sure this is lined up because it doesn't look like that. It is. Somehow that got off a little bit. I'm not sure how. All right. And so, well, it looks like that's going to be off. There's the powdery stuff. And on the heat press, I'm actually going to use butcher paper. I'm going to fold it in half because I want to protect the bottom of the heat press and the top of the heat press. So that's why I'm folding it in half. And I am going to kind of carefully pick this up because I don't want to disturb that powder too much at all. And kind of slide it over here. And then I'm going to sandwich it. And let's put this on the heat press just like this. And I'm using the heat press at the same temperature that I do the rhinestones. And the reason for that is that's just kind of like a universal temperature, kind of high temperature for an iron. And then for this, because I did it on the piece of paper, I'm kind of fold it like this and channel it right back into this container, the extra that's left over, so that I don't have a bunch of waste. Okay. Boop. And we're done. And hopefully that was long enough. Let's take a look and see. Let's see, it's off just a little bit back here. So I'm going to use that side to make the bow. But as you see, the fabric is stuck together now. All right. So here's our bow template right here. And I'm going to turn on my heat gun really quick. Let's hold it on. And then that way, that's going to help us get our bow put together. So what I'm going to do is, because the back, see how the back is off? I don't understand how or why it got off, but we ain't gonna worry about it because the front looks great. So I'm going to fold the ears of the bow to the back side, just like this, and see how easy it is to create the bow shape, just like that. And see, now we have us a bow. Totally adorbs already. Okay. Before I fuse this together, because it's going to be with glue, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. But here is where you can see we need to put our big bling, or if you're going to do rhinestones, this is where you would do your rhinestones. So if I wanted to do Hotfix, which is technically kind of what we just finished, I could put designs here. Now, back not too terribly long ago, did you decorate your glue gun? No, I did not. That's how it came. I bought it off of Amazon years ago, probably about 2 years ago. But a little while, good while back, Dennis had some rhinestone templates that fit bows similar to this. So sometimes you can find templates to fit. And you know what? I think I'll make a template to fit this. So if you wanted to put rhinestones on the front, the Hotfix rhinestones, I'll add the template to this. Okay. And if you wanted to add some to the tails, it'll have a template for a little basic scatter for the tails. So let's do a little bit of both. All right. So I'm just going to grab some, you know what? Let's be extra. I'm going to grab some pink. If I have some, let me see. That's red. I may have to go with red because I see it right here, but I kind of want it pink. I don't see the pink right here. You know what? Let's grab some pink from down here. If I have any, yep. All right, so we're going to use some magenta on this bow. All right. So all I'm going to do, thinking outside the box, but front and back and coordinating colors or similar colors and values, yes, you definitely could, because the back of the bow in some instances you'll be able to see it. But when you're doing the bow, you don't want to put any right here in the middle, because the middle is where the loop is going to go to bring the cohesiveness together, to create the center of the bow and to hide the hot glue joint on the back. Okay. So we're going to put some of these on the sides, and you don't want to go past the middle of the bow because it's going to wrap around and nobody's going to see that unless you want rhinestones on the back side of the bow, and that's okay. That's not an issue. That's totally up to you. And all I'm doing is just being random. I do enjoy placing stones at random on my rhinestone stuff because it gives me an opportunity to be creative to a certain extent. All right, so just a couple of bows, couple of stones here and there. This magenta is super cute. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do is just these few stones right here, and I'm going to put it on the heat press, back on the heat press. And in putting it back on the heat press, we're going to adhere these stones, okay? Let's see. And then we're going to take it to another level. So let's press this on for right now. And then we will grab our big bling tool. This one is the big one. I have two because I want this one set up for the small stones, and I have this one set up for the large stones, so I don't have to change out the pieces. And then do I have some in here? No, I don't. Let me see. All right, so here are my Hotfix stones on there. Hey, Rondria, how are you? You still use those both? Yes, they're super cute. They are super duper cute. All right, and so now when we fold this over into a bow, so just so that you can get an idea of what this is going to look like with the rhinestones, and why I was saying, only put them on the front half, because you see how it's wrapping around right there. But once you put this together, if you decide you want to do, yes, the mini heat press should theoretically get hot enough. Put it on high, Mylene, and it should hopefully, but preheat your denim before you, if you're using denim, preheat it before doing the Hotfix rhinestones, okay, on denim. But if you wanted to add big bling to the front part of the bow, you won't be able to, okay, because the loops of the bow are too small to get and finagle in here to put the big bling, right? So we need to add that before we actually make the bow. So give me a sec. Let me grab, let's see something actually. Before I go out of here, I'm gonna check and see how this would look. See, that's regular pink. I think that's not going to coordinate the way I want it to. So give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab the orchid rhinestones. The orchid is the complementary color to that. Why my phone is going off? Probably my what's the face? All right. So let's grab orchid. She stopped smiling. It took me over 12 hours to do the front and the back of the jacket and the front of the shirt. You did the a jacket for somebody and a shirt. I've walked away, so I missed part of your comment. Laced an entire outfit. Oh, the K-pop. I think I saw that. Didn't you post pictures? I'm pretty sure you're the one that posted the pictures. Okay, and so let's put one. I'm gonna put one smack dab right here in the center of that. And I'm gonna check the back, make sure it's good. I'm gonna do another one. I collect falling stones and store them in a jar, creating a mixture. It's a good opportunity. Oh, that's smart. That is smart. Whoops. My stone turned upside down. But y'all, I thought these bows were so super cute. And I wanted to see if you all wanted to give them a try. Oh, there's one. I have to go through all that. Yep, there's one. Alrighty, and so I'm gonna put this one over here. It's gonna be close to, well, actually, I'm gonna put it right here. All right, so it's gonna look a little crazy, like, she got stuff everywhere. Yeah, I do, but, and then I'm gonna put one on the tail. Hey, Miss Linda, I wasn't playing about that bread now. I really wasn't. I was a bread baby growing up, so bread is my weakness. I love bread. One of these days I'll learn how to make it, but right now, and to hear you say about making it in the oven, that was pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna put one right here on the tail, and then I'm gonna put one on the other tail. We're gonna get that, and then we'll go right here, and then we're gonna go like up here a little bit. Should I go up here? I'm gonna go down here. All right, so here's some junky stuff on the bow. All right, so there's that. That's number one. Number two, I'm gonna grab some charms for use on the chains. So you don't have to do the chains, but I thought the chains were totally adorbs. And then we'll look for some other charms to go on there. All right, so let's move that, move that. Now, the other thing we need, we're going to go ahead and make the ears, but I need a strip of that denim to put right here in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to freehand cut this because I forgot to cut it with the laser machine. So I'm just going to cut a strip. Just one simple strip, and that looks too long, but we'll see how it goes. All right, and so this strip is going to go right here in the middle of the bow. Okay. And if you're using denim, denim technically is not one that frays too terribly bad, but denim will have some fraying to it. So that being the case, you might want to use heat and bond on this anyways, so that it'll stop the fraying. The hot glue will help stop the fraying a little bit too. So just keep that in mind. But we're going to put a little dab of glue back here. Now that we got our chunky stuff on there, some of our chunky stuff, we're going to fold this over and let the tab meet in the middle. Okay. And this is like some high tech glue sticks. So this is like strong glue sticks. It's not your basic Dollar Tree glue sticks. You want to get you some glue sticks that are going to stick really well with fabric and not go anywhere. Because if you're putting this, you know, think about it this way. If you're putting this on like your Stanley tumbler, hey Q, you're putting it on your Stanley tumbler or you're putting it on your purse, you're going to be using it and moving it around, and it's going to be hitting stuff and bumping stuff. So you want a really good glue to hold this in. And see, look, y'all, it's cute already. It's adorable already. I haven't even finished it yet. All right, so being that I just pulled that off and I think it's a little bit too wide, I'm going to trim it just a little itty bitty bit. Just a little itty bitty bit. Okay. And I did not put what's the name of this stuff? I did not put heat and bond on this. So I'm going to, hopefully, is this coming out? No, it's not. Where's my freight check? I got another one over here. This one is old anyways. I'm going to fix that later. Hang on. Hopefully this one is open. Okay. No, this one ain't open either. Hold on. Let me grab needle and open that up. There we go. All right, so I'm using Freight Check, and what Freight Check does is it seals the ends to keep it from fraying or raveling, to keep it from unraveling like it was earlier. So this doesn't, now that I already have my bow together and I'm using hot glue, this shouldn't hurt anything to use this, but I'm going to dry it on the heat press just to get it to hurry up and do its thing. And then we are going to get our next big bling. And then we're going to get our chain. Now, this chain came from Walmart. So if you're interested in where the chain comes from, it came from Walmart. But you can find chain at Michael's, at Hobby Lobby. And it's just basically roll of chain spool, silver. I also have a gold color. So this just basic chain. Nothing super fancy. It's just something simple. Right? And the cool thing about this chain is that I do like, it's very easy to open it. Well, to me, it's very easy to open it. So I'm going to pull apart one of these links. And then once I open it, it's going to come apart. Like so. And I want the chain to hang from the bow kind of like this. You don't have to do this, but this is like a little bit of extra flair, as my papa used to call it, do something a little extra. And so I'm going to kind of loop it and cut it right here, about right here. Just to have a little bit of extra fun with this project. Okay, so now that I have this end open, what I should have done was prep this so that I could go ahead and put it on, but I didn't. So we're gonna prep it now, and I'm sure you're probably like, why don't you go ahead and finish making the bow? Well, I'm gonna show you why here in a moment. So there's one little charm, here's another little charm, and you can put whatever charms you want on this. and I'm going to show you a couple of charms. Once we're done with this, I'm going to show you a couple of charms that I got from Walmart today. So that you can, well, actually, I can pull one out now that I'm thinking about it, because I want 4 charms hanging from it. Okay, so here's 2 charms right here, and they are just a simple stone with a loop in it that's going to hang off of that chain. All right, and so I grabbed these charms. They had quite a few. I didn't buy a whole bunch because I knew I had charms at home already. Now this is a little bit big. That one I think would be cute. I think that's a bit big. These 2 are a bit big for this size ribbon. But these 2 would kind of be cute. And then I got a whole container full of charms down here behind me. So I'm gonna grab this one Mickey Mouse looking charm. So look at the time I actually open the chain. Always just cut it. I tried to cut it. Could add a big bling to some thin ribbon and attach the bow to the middle, and it will make a cute choker. I didn't think about a choker. A choker would be cute. A choker would be cute. You giving Bailey ideas? Bailey said, "Don't talk about it, be about it." All right, so open that, and but yeah, Kristen, my wire cutter thingies are right here, and it just did not want to cut. Oh, thank you, Patrice. I appreciate you gifting memberships to our channel. Y'all funny. Y'all. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my microphone. It's right here. Okay. Who added a cam snap to the ribbon? You could change that. But that's true. That is true. Congratulations to the 10 fortunate folks who got a membership. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, so this chain is of a decent little size. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to attach with this link that came off. And I got another link right here, so that's helpful. And of course, just like what Sheila is mentioning about adding a snap or adding something else, you can totally make this your own. You don't have to do this way. I'm just showing you how I'm putting this together in a way that made sense to me. You can add whatever you want. You can take away whatever you want. You can use whatever fabric you want to make these, and it's just fine. So you can customize this however you feel you need to in order to make this work. But my goal tonight was to show something super adorbs, super quick to work up, that you can use as some really cute custom gifts for friends or families, especially those who are in the Stanley Cup craze, because these totally can hang from a Stanley Cup, or people like me who absolutely love purse charms. Those are super cute, some of my favorite things. So you have a couple of options of things that you can do. And so this is pretty much how this chain is going to hang from this bow. And I'm going to make one shorter than that. So we're going to do probably like right here. I'm going to break this one apart, and I'm going to put Minnie. Hopefully Minnie won't be too big. I'm starting to rethink Minnie because she might be too big. She might be too big for this application. So let's see. But then again, she might prove me wrong and say, no, She fits just fine. Uh-oh. Let's see, because that's not wide enough for her. Here we go. And let's see. Boop. All right, so there she is on one side. Uh-oh, chain is, yeah, she was like just too big. So you know what? I think what I'll do is put her in the middle and leave it with just 3 loops coming down. That's what I think I'm gonna do. All right, so the reason why I've been taking my time to do this part instead of finishing the bow is because these need to be attached before we put the back side or put the bow wrap on there. Okay, so I struggled earlier to put the bow on there, not the bow, the chain on there. I didn't, let me rephrase that. I didn't struggle to put the chain on. That went on just fine. But after I put the chain on, what I found was I was trying to get it centered and get it situated just right on the back of the bow and ended up pulling one of the chains out. So I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue the chain to the back of the bow. Okay, so what that's going to do hopefully is help hold it in place as I take the time to wrap the center part around the bow. All right, and look, I just made a huge mess, so hopefully this will work. It's not acting like it's wanting to, so maybe that wasn't the best of ideas, but we did it anyways. All right, so let me see if this, and I probably should have just attached this to that chain, and I think that would have helped. But at any rate, okay, so that's there. Now, here's the strip that I've been holding off on, the bow wrap hot. Yes, yes, it does. And here's the strip that I also was, I put the fray check on so that it won't ravel. And what I'm going to do is somewhere in the center of this, I am going to add my last big bling in the middle. So that's right here. And I'm going to do the same pink. And we're going to drop a little thing in there. And the reason why I'm doing this now instead of after putting the bow together is because once I wrap this on there, the fabric in the middle of the bow is going to be too thick for the big bling to work. So it's perfect time to put this together after getting everything else on the bow. So as you see, we got our big bling right here in the front. And then I'm going to wrap this around and hide this chain because I made a big, huge mess with the glue gun. But once I do that, now the chain is there where it's supposed to be, hanging down from the bow. It's probably still not going to hang like it's supposed to because I made a big mess with the glue, but it's going to hang better than what it originally was going to. And then I'll have my chains hanging from the bow. Now, I would prefer they be hanging from the center, which that's something else I was going to experiment with, is putting a like a ring or something in here instead of the chain, and get it to hold the chain from the ring. And that way it could definitely hang balanced from the center of the bow. But for now, this is what we're doing. And I'm going to do the last little bit of glue to glue this in place. So I'm going to start with this side. And then I'm going to put the glue right here on this side. And then we'll close this up. We will close this up. And so now we have a cute chunky bow with hot glue strings. Unfortunately, I got it. There we go. And so there's our little chunky bow with the chains hanging down. So I need to thank you, Tuck. I need to look at there. See, I just pulled it out. So I need to come up with something, but these won't pull out. These two, because they're bridged like that. So I need to come up with a way to have something down here for these chains to hang from, so that it'll hang more balanced in the middle like I want it to, but it's still super cute. It's still super cute. Super, super, super duper cute. All right. And there we have our bow. This is the front. This is the back. And these are the chains hanging down right here in the back. And it's under that wrap, the wrap on the bow. And I got hot glue strands everywhere. But it's still super cute. And you're able to do the chunky look with the big bling and the Hotfix. Now you will have to apply the Hotfix first. You'll have to put the Hotfix on first. But once you put the Hotfix on, then you can go back and add your chunky bling with the big bling, and there you got a bow. So here we got two bows so far. One with the blue jean denim, one with the black denim, which is my favorite denim. And I think they're super cute. But like I said, this shape is a little bit different than the first one I did. Because I thought that was adorbs to do a diamond shape. So, or clip the chain to the others with a small jump ring. So that was what I wanted to do earlier, was a jump ring, right? And let me turn this off so I don't kill the battery and have this thing super hot. And then let me arrange stuff and put stuff where I can find stuff and stuff makes sense. Give me one moment. Un momento. And we'll make another one. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and put it on the, because I also wanted to attach the bling clips, one of my bling clips on there as well. So that's something else that I wanted to do. Now this denim, I had this denim as well, but this is a very soft denim, so it wasn't doing the denim right. So I'm gonna put this back on the laser. And then what I'll do is cut out another one here in a moment. Okay, let's move this over. And then I'm going to show you my charms and see if I have any smaller ones, and my jump ring. So this is a prototype. This is where I was trying to make it bigger and longer, but I'm like, that's a little too big to be hanging from a Stanley cup. So I kicked that one to the curb expeditiously. Okay. Oh, here it is. So here's the one that I cut out with the cutting mat. And this one is the diamond shape bow that I did right here. So I used this to cut that out. So I knew I had it. I just couldn't find it because it was buried. All right, so there's this, and I need to figure out how to put that on. Move stuff out the way. Move stuff out the way. Straighten up. Straighten up your mess. Okay, so here's more chain for the next one. So here is my jump rings. Here are my jump rings. So I have a container of all kind of stuff. If that denim is too soft, could you just say, yes, I can add interface. And by adding the interface, it would make it stiffer. Yes. So like here are some jump rings that might be big enough. What I would prefer is like a D ring shaped jump ring instead of a circle. Reason being is if I had it as a circle. Now this is just me thinking out loud with you guys, but see, it would hang down. Even though I could possibly put it up higher to allow the chain to hang down under the middle of the bow. But I think a circle is a little too circly to go right there. I thought about some elastic or something like that, but that elastic is actually too thick for this small chain that I chose. So I probably could have helped myself by getting a thicker chain or a bigger chain, but then the chain I think would have been too big for the bow. And then this is my charm button box and a couple of other things. So I have 3 layers of charms in this box that I could utilize for anything. I got zipper pulls, basically zipper pull charms. I have bluey charms, as you can, oh, you can't see. Boop, there we go. I have bluey charms. I have Snoopy charms. So these would look great on bigger bows. Here's the bigger chain that I would, I know would work really well for a Stanley Cup application. You know what I'm saying? So this is thinking about one of, I think they are called eye pins. I'll have to look and see. I have all kinds of stuff, little trinkets and knickknacks. I'm gonna check and see. I got Star Wars. I have hearts. I have flowers. I am a charm fanatic. I love charms. Zipper pulls and stuff like that. It's like my jam. I have mushrooms with bling. I have books right there. Can you see the books down there? I have books. I have little blingy foggies. I have foggies in here. Jewelry size jump ring would probably work better. I have a blingy ducky. Okay. A couple of blingy duckies. I'm pretty sure I took all the blingy duckies they had on the shelf. That's this layer. I have jewelry size jump rings too. And I also have these. These could possibly work as well. They're like a lobster claw. And it has a claw like this, and it clasps onto fabric, and it's different sizes in here. I'll take one out and show you. That might work too, but I'm not sure. There we go. Who else likes charms in here? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure. This is some more blinky charms. These are sea critters. Here's letters in black and white letters. And then I got fruit, fruta. I have stars. I have tools for folks like myself who loves a good wrench and a good hammer. I'm going through this also to see what smaller ones I have. So like these are kind of small. These could possibly work hanging from, these are bling, hanging from the junk bow, the cute bow. These are like little, I don't know what you would call teardrops, I guess. I have these will be too big for those. Now, the good thing is about the SVG for the bow that I have in the, have a good night, Tuck, that I have in the Google Drive, this can be resized. So if you want to make a big bow, you can. I have breast cancer ribbons. I have another kind of foggy with rhinestones on him. Some of this I acquired when Joann's was just announcing that they were going out of business the first time. You remember they announced it twice. Like they were like, we're gonna go out of business. And then it was like a rumor or something went around that they weren't going out of business. And so they didn't for like another year or so. And these are bugs, little bugs with diamond booties. Oh, these are pretty. These are hearts with stones in the hearts that could possibly hang from our junk chain. I got gummy bears. I got all kind of stuff. I got dice. I have smiley faces. I have dice. I have picture frames. These are all way too big, so I know they won't work. I have sunflowers. I have balloon doggies. That's what this is balloon doggies. So these came from Joann's back the first time they said they were going out of business, and they had a huge sale on their charm section. And I was like, ooh, I want charms. And so I came out like a fat rat because a lot of these were like 80% off or something crazy. It was something crazy percentage off. Might have been just 60, but I know it was way more than 50. So 60 ain't way more. So it had to have been more than that. Jewelry fixings on sale at Hotfix. Wait a minute, that's this week, or you talking about this week coming? And then I have fancy buttons and stuff like that. So I only had 2 rows of charms. But anyways, so I have charms for days, but they would have to be small to go on these ribbons. These ribbons at this size. So about the only charms I have that are that small are these small itty bitty circle charm with the stone in the middle. So you don't have to use those, but it's just something else extra to hang to make it chunky, so to speak. Where did you get that box? Amazon. The purple box itself, Amazon. Those color drops in the second row would look cute. Yeah, the drops. They would work in here. They're a little big, but they're not bigger. They're about the same size as the big bling. Hey, Delonda. So this can work to be a super cute addition to, you're welcome, Patricia. This could work to be a super cute addition to whatever it is that you're trying to do. But I think this one is one of my favorites. It's like super cute. Super cute. Even though I didn't put any of the big bling down here to make it even more chunky. So how many in here have seen the chunky thread? I know Vanessa Parnell mentioned it herself, the chunky look or the chunky trend, where basically, because I started to get some socks today to do the chunky trend with the socks, but I did not get the socks. I keep track of which week is jewelry and which is fabric. Okay, cool. Cool. Because the chunky trend is on and popping right now. That's the only reason I'm asking, because I saw it a while back. Geneva, okay, I saw it a while back, but I kind of was like, I don't know that our folks would do chunky so much like that, but it falls perfectly in line with the big bling. When I actually thought about it today, it falls perfectly in line with big bling because the big bling is chunky, chunky boy, chunky, and so it works really well. And these little bows to hang them from, like I was mentioning earlier, to hang them from like a Stanley cup or a purse, it would be it would be cute. And bows are definitely trending, so I try to keep as much as possible you guys abreast of what's trending, in case you want to try and make some of this stuff for yourself. I've used charms as centerpieces to hair bows by attaching them with felt and clipping the circle part of it. Oh, that works. I have felt right here. I haven't tried it. Oh, let me get this bow to cut again and get it going. And then I'm going to switch you guys over here to where I am for right now while I get that to cut again. I got to refresh the camera view of the. There we go. Let's do that right there, even though I don't want to. But Marilyn using the laser to cut her fabric kind of spurred me onward to try and get my fabric to cut with my laser as well, and it's been working out absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Marilyn. All right, so to going back to the bow, if you wanted to, you definitely could do this with like a faux leather. This is a faux leather. This one is soft. I would find one that's kind of thin. Hobby Lobby has a really good, really thin faux leather on rolls in the ribbon section. So you can check that out and use that for this type of project. And again, you would want to try to fuse the two layers together. So heat and bond would work really well for that. So definitely check that out. I don't know where my heat and bond is. Otherwise, I would have had it and to show you how to use it. But you can do faux leather. The thing is that you have to keep in mind. The thing is with the faux leather, some of it does not take heat very well. So if you want to use faux leather to make these ribbons, then it's a possibility that you'll only be able to do one layer, or you'll have to find some alternative to fusing the layers together. So some kind of fabric glue, maybe glue it together and just let it dry naturally, or you could probably use a tape runner. A really good, strong quality tape runner could help you fuse two layers of faux leather together so that you can make the bow. But the faux leather, just be careful, because if you do two layers together, the big bling might not go through both layers of the faux leather unless you know for sure it's pretty thin. Like that Hobby Lobby faux leather, the big bling should go through two layers of that without issue. But this, I don't know if it's too thick for the big bling to go through two layers of it. I need to try it so that you can see. Nice for the bog bags. Bog bags are thick. The bog bags are thick. So the big bling, you could glue it on. I was told that you can glue the big bling, but I don't know what glue you would use, and I don't know what application you would glue it under, so to speak. So what about backing the faux leather with, say, HTV? As the thing again with the faux leather is making sure that it can accept heat, to making sure that it accept heat. Hey, Lord Trevino, thank you for coming in with the light denim. Yeah, I like the light denim one too. E6000 is what I use to hold faux leather together for bows. Okay, thank you, Miss Bobby. So E6000, I don't use E6000 for most of my projects. I use the B7000. It's my favorite because it has the little thingy on the inside. Patrice introduced me to this. It has a little thingy in the cap that with the pin that goes down in the tube to keep it from clogging. Because when I tell y'all, I'll clog up multiple tubes of glue all the time. I can't stand it. So I had to switch with that. I would like the bow on a trucker hat with other iron on patches. That would be cute. A trucker hat or any hat. The bow would be cute. E6000 works best for 2 layers for the faux. And this is Knick Knack Nurse. This is where I got this leather from. And so she would definitely know because she uses it, the E6000. This is the leather that I got from her. So, do you have, what is your website for the leather? Or do they need to reach out to you like on Instagram? Let me know. Because I had somebody ask for the faux leather the other day, and but that person did reach out to you and you didn't have it anymore, so I sent mine to them so that they could have it because I'm not like really a pink girly. And that particular brand wasn't really my jam, so I sent it, but just in case somebody wants some vinyl. B7000 doesn't smell as bad as the E6000. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It still has a smell, but it doesn't smell as bad. And this, I get these, you see this size tube? I get these size tubes off of Amazon. So I buy them by the pack, and I get something like 5 or 6 of these in a pack and, go through them. They're good for rhinestones. I do like them for rhinestones. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so I need to also get you guys ready for the giveaway because I was unaware that we had hit 60,000 subscribers here on this channel. I was unaware of that. I wasn't paying attention. So it was a shock when they were saying something about it yesterday, and I hope I didn't offend anybody because I was like, really? I didn't know. So I was talking to the mister and telling him about it. He was like, you ought to do a giveaway. He loves you guys. So we're gonna do a giveaway of 6 $10 gift card codes to the hotfix.store. And so we're gonna do that this evening. That's what you use to attach your stones to mugs. Oh, that'll be cool. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Hey, Cheryl H. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Visionary Creations. I appreciate y'all. We love Mr. Two. He can be a sweetie pie. He can be a sweetie pie. We spent the day today. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Let me put that up right now. And while you're refreshing and all of that stuff, I'm gonna switch you up. Oh, and something else too. Make sure that you have all comments showing on your YouTube, because if you don't have all comments, you might be missing comments and somebody might be saying something to you and you won't see it. So there's a option in right in the chat window where you can click it and it'll show you all comments instead of just top comments. If you see where it says top comments, then you can change that. But refresh your screen, because if you're anything like me, my kids love to call while I'm live, or not live while I'm live. They love to call while I'm watching somebody else live. And I'll be enjoying myself or whatever, and somebody will call and I'll be, dang, damn it. Hello. And I'm having to talk to them. And when you're talking on the phone, it pauses your video. So when you come back to the video, you're behind and you may not know it. So I don't want you to miss out on the giveaway. So go ahead and refresh. Thank you, Sheila, for the hey, Up Designs. Welcome. Congratulations to the supervisor. I'll tell him. I'll tell him. That little silly thing. Hopefully he'll be here tomorrow and you guys get to see him when we go to do the jelly roll race. Hopefully y'all get to see him a little bit. Not too terribly much. I'm gonna let him do his thing, his thuck thizzle. All right, so I'm getting the bow off of the laser cutter. So here it is. All right, and I'm going to prep this like I did before. See, you see what I'm saying? It's the exact same size, just like it was earlier, but for whatever reason, when I peeled it apart, it kind of, you know what? It don't look bad without having to glue it all the way together. So we might not glue this thing together this time. Um, but it's super cute. So what we're going to do is we are going to chunkify this one. What color should we do this time? All right, so we have cyan, which is, we have red. We just did pink. So we can also do a combination of colors. I have this iridescent. I have carnation. I have pineapple. Ouch. Cobalt. I also have, there's so many colors now. I already did orchid, so we're not going to do orchid again. I have apple, pineapple, and cobalt. Ooh, it's a lot of folks asking for cobalt. Pineapple and cobalt. Okay. So we'll do cobalt and we'll do pineapple. All right. And so there's those two. And what we'll do is we'll do a strictly chunky bow. We won't add any Hotfix rhinestones on it. Iridescent would be cute with this too. But adding the Hotfix means we have to add heat. So we'll skip some heat this time and just stick with the glue gun, which I need to turn back on. Okay, so we're going to start with putting on our embellishments. Now, what you have to remember is you're going to fold the ears in half. So since we know we're going to fold the ears in half, unless you want embellishment on the back side of that bow, which if you're putting it in the hair, I don't recommend it. You're welcome, DB. Have an excellent night, my dear. A good restful night. So we're going to start with this halfway mark and we're going to put the chunkies on this side of the bow. Okay. So I'm going to grab the one that's set up for the SS30 and I'm going to load cobalt and we're going to just start adorning this bow. Oh yeah, EJ's daughter. We have quite a few colors in the big bling. Quite a few colors now. So I'm just gonna randomly place these again. This is so, I don't know if you can tell or not, or if you've been able to tell over the last couple of weeks, the last few weeks that I've been doing the big bling, how I'm just enjoying putting stuff randomly here, there, and here on projects instead of following a set template. Not that there's anything wrong with following a set template because my heart will always be with the Hotfix rhinestones, but it is cool to um, use your, however you want to do and do something entirely different than what's supposedly expected. And that's what I like about big bling. And I tend to do that with rhinestones too, which is what I did with that bow up there. And this bow as well, I just kind of placed the stones there. I didn't follow a set template. I'm going to try and put a template together for this though. Oops, that's on the ear. See, look, I put that over too far. I wasn't paying attention. So that's my bad. But I like being spontaneous with my bling. And you don't want it over too far to the middle either, because then that's gonna That's going to impede that, and that's together, so ain't too much I can do about that now. All right, so if you put it in the wrong place, FYI, you got to go through heck and high water to get this thing loose. I hadn't even tried because I don't want to hurt my hands. Thank you, Jesse. Her chat is sitting behind the bushes watching on TV and typing by phone from time to time. No worries, Keisha. That's usually me when I'm watching somebody live. I'm on the phone. Oh, hey, Mama Va. You in here? There you are. Hey, Mama Va. I don't. It's hard to type and on the phone. It's not easy. It's not easy being cheesy. It's just not. It's not easy being cheesy. All right. We're gonna do another one here. Yeah, we're gonna do another blue in here. Yeah, on the cell phone is hard to type on the cell. It can be done. Do it all the time, but it's to me it's more fun on the computer because when you start to type somebody's name, the computer finishes it, and it's just much easier that way. Is the link to the boat listed? Not yet, because the folks who are members here on the channel will have access to the bow immediately, but everybody else, I'm gonna have to post it to the site. So there we go. Is there any other chunky I need to do on the front? That looks like that's chunky enough. All right, and so we're gonna add some chunky down the tails of the bow. And I'm just gonna do the opposite. And this is probably driving my husband crazy because he likes symmetry. So when I do stuff different on either side, it's probably gonna irk his nerves. But this is cool for folks who have team spirit colors. So I don't know who won the Super Bowl. I don't even know. So whoever it was, those two colors, you totally could make a bow, and if that's your team, and you can rock the bow with your team colors on it, hanging from your Stanley Cup or hanging from your purse or on your hat or all kind of folks. But it's two colors, so you want a different color on each side. Yes. Hey, Lolita Scott, welcome. Hey, Miss Elba, welcome. Hey, Monique Johnson, welcome. Tag me here, come on. It didn't load properly. Okay, there we go. What color is this? I think it's blue. Yes. All right. Big hugs, Mama Bob. I'm glad to see you in here. Glad to have you in here for another awesome trip around the sun. It's awesome sauce having you here. All right, what color was that? Ooh, color was that? I think it's the gold color. Yes. So the bling goes in the top of the machine and the attachment goes in the bottom. Yes. So there is a detailed okay, Miss Elba. No worries. There's a detailed video I have pre-recorded on YouTube and also So if you go in our channel, there's a video that goes step by step on how the different pieces attach to this machine. But yes, the rhinestone goes gem side. There's the gem, and then there's the back side. It's silver. So the gem part goes face up into the top of the machine. And so I tend to just lay the stone on this bottom plate with the tool sitting flat. I lay the stone on there so it's sitting flat, and then I just lightly squeeze to load the stone in there. And so I don't know how well you can see, there's the stone loaded in the top of the machine with the um, receiving end facing down, but the gem side, the color side, is facing up. And then you will get these little in your bags of stones, you'll have a little pouch with these little brad nail things in it. And so you will place these with the prongs up in the bottom, so that once you squeeze the two together with the trigger handle, it will clamp and lock the stone in place. And so you'll see the bottom part on the back side, and then there's the front. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and we're going to glue this closed. All right. And then once we glue this closed, I was going to put a chain on this, but I'm not now. I'm just going to, because we're running out of time and I want to make sure I got time to do the giveaways. And so there's our bow. Okay. But we got to put the middle on there. And if you want a chunky chain, you can hang your chain from the, I was doing mine from the centerpiece of the bow. You can do yours however it strikes your fancy. But let's grab some fabric right here. And I was going to put, what's the name of that stuff? Fray check on there. Because fray check, you see how it's white on the side? Fray check stops that from happening. It will stop that in its tracks. But I'm being lazy. Oh, wait a minute. So we're going to put a one in the middle. Let's go with pineapple. Nope, let's go with blue. Since I got the blue all the way in the corner over there where it wasn't supposed to be. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody already loaded in there. We'll go with whoever is loaded in here. I don't know who it is. So it'll be a surprise, surprise, surprise. All right. Blue. Yay. All right. And so we're going to lay this in the middle. And we're going to wrap this around. Wrap that rascal right on around this here bow. And then I'm going to put a dollop of daisy right here in the middle. And hold that for half a sec. And then I'm going to put another dollop on this side. And I'm going to wrap this around. And hopefully that was long enough to reach. Yikes, that looks terrible back there, but we ain't gonna worry about it because that's that. That's a chunky bow. So we got us a chunky bow. Chain will take away from the big bling is how sometimes you just need an outline design. It very well could. And of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but it's no worries. Look at the chunky on this ribbon. It's absolutely adorbs. super cute. And so that's how easy it is to make a little bow. But, oh, let me open this and show you. What time is it? 10:36. Let's show you. This is what I was talking about. See, it has a lobster clasp to it. And so these little small ones, they're small ones too. It's like I could clamp it to the top of this, but to me, see now it looks crazy on the top of that bow. But some kind of which way, there has to be a way to attach. See, because it has a ring at the top of it that you can use to attach a chain or something like that to this. So I need something up here, another piece of fabric or something to be able to attach the chain to really well and hang this from the purse or hang it from your Stanley mug tumbler thing or something like that. So we got 3 of them. 2 of them have the chains hanging from them. You see the little chains hanging down. Do your chains hang low? Do they wobble to the floor? And then you got this one, this denim bow. So we got a couple of cutie pies. And I'm going to take them over to the other camera so that we can show this a little bit closer. Let me make sure everything is turned off. And there's that. And there's that. I canceled that, so I don't have to worry about it rolling, not rolling, running. Thank you, Melody Thomas. I appreciate that. And so they're super cute. So here's the first one again. There's the first one. And this one has two sizes of big bling on it. It has the small SS30 big bling, and then it has the larger SS40 big bling. This is gonna drive me insane. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. So it'll focus on it. There we go. There we go. So it has the 2 different sizes of big bling on there. And I didn't put any fray check on this, so that's why it's a little frayed looking, but you know, that can be cute too. And this is, can you use that instead of the piece of fabric in the middle? Can I use what instead of the piece of fabric? Oh, that clamp thing. I didn't like the clamp thing though. It's just, it was too silvery. I guess if the fabric was a different color, it could. Here is the, come on, get around the back side of that. Thank you. Here's the black denim. And this one has the orchid color, big bling, and then it has magenta Hotfix rhinestones. Hey, Katrina. So this is super cute. And again, it's got the chain hanging with the little charms on there with the bling and the little charms. And then here is the last one we just did. This one is our cobalt, and this one is pineapple, and this one is the black denim as well. This one didn't have any chains. I didn't put any chains on the back of this one. It's just a chunky bow. And so be on the lookout because the chunky thing is super cute. And, you know, I got all kinds of tricks up my sleeves. So we're going to see about having more fun with the chunky and carrying this on because it is trending right now. And I'm going to keep you guys up to date on the trends and things that you can do and make with your bling. Okay, so rhinestones and the big bling and make some really cute stuff. So let us see about doing our giveaway. Hopefully you have refreshed your screens I do. Okay, so I do have this size bow, this particular bow. I have this one on the Google Drive already, but I didn't make like a template or anything for the Hotfix rhinestones for it. So I can go ahead and drop the link to that for you guys. But what I'll do is you can come back and look at it later, because the what you'll have is a link to the drive. You go to the drive and you download the SVG, right? Well, the rhinestone overlay, which it won't be much, it'll just be a few stones on there. And I'll see about trying to fit one in also that's SS6. And then you can now this is for members in the community tab. So if you are a part of the Hoop Group crew, then you'll have access to it, right? And so you'll click it and you'll be able to check it again tomorrow. Click the same link and the file should be there for the hotfix overlay for the rhinestones. Okay. So both files at some point in time between now and noon tomorrow, Lord willing, you'll have the overlay on there. But the SVG for the bow itself is already there. Okay. So let me grab the let me see, is that what this is? Oh, it's already okay. So I'm gonna drop this in the YouTube thing here in a sec. Okay, so let me do this actually. And let's do this actually. And thank y'all for coming to hang out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun. Make sure your screen is refreshed. That's what I was starting to tell you. Make sure that your screen is refreshed so that if you are behind, you can make sure that you don't miss out when we start, when I say this is the word and you start typing it and then you're behind and don't get to get in on the drawing. So please make sure you refresh your YouTube. Let's see. This is what I want. No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. I want this right here. And if you do get your name pulled, this is for U.S. residents only, first and foremost. And the other part to that is if your name is pulled, there is a link in the description. You'll see a trophy beside it. That link is what you will click in order to fill it out with your name and your email address. I don't need your mailing address for this. I just need your email address because I will be emailing this to you. Okay. So keep that in mind. And this is a gift card. This is not a discount coupon. So if you go to purchase this, if you win and you go to make a purchase, then this will be a gift card. So it will go in the gift card field. So there's no thanks. Let's go here. Whoops. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And there's that. All right. Sorry. I needed to make sure that I did that before I forgot, because it's kind of hard to win gift cards if you don't have a gift card for you to get. Right. Okay. These are $10 gift cards. $10 gift cards that will potentially be available for non-members. Yes, I will put it on the website. I'll put it on the website on hotfixfix.store under the rhinestone templates. And it will include the rhinestone overlay and the actual design, the SVG of the bow itself. All right, so what we are going to do, again, make sure your screen is refreshed. And this is for a $10 gift card. Thank you to all of you who have rocked it here on this channel for these years. Thank you for helping us make it to 60,000 subscribers. I definitely appreciate it. Um, I'm excited, but I'm like, I mean, we family, so it's like it could be 20 of y'all, 20,000 of y'all. It could be 1,000 of y'all, and it's still just as awesome to have you here hanging out with us each week, regardless. Okay, so um, it's not about the numbers for us. It's more about hanging out and having fun and keeping you guys entertained. That's the whole point. We want to get you some good entertainment and some good ideas on things that you can do to increase your craftiness that you got going on over there in your neck of the woods. So that's the whole point behind all of this. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Even those that are in the bushes, as my friend 755 says, even those with the cutter spray, we appreciate you anyway. So thanks for coming to hang out. And or as uh Rachel says, even if you being nosy, it's okay. We don't mind you being nosy. All right. So let me open up what is this thing called? StreamYard giveaway tool. And I'm going to drag it over here so that I can share a screen. And we are going to do, let's do this. Let's do this. Share screen, entire screen. Boom. The word is going to be bow one. Bow one. Okay. Bow one. That's the first one. Thank you, Mama Ba. I love you too. It's always a pleasure to have you all here, especially the ones I see the names all the time. It's like, oh my God. I'm telling y'all, we love each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Um, And again, if your name is pulled, click the link in the um, description with the trophy beside it and fill it out. It'll say giveaway winner link. And while you guys are typing bow one, I am going to um, put the link for you guys in the community tab for the SVG for right now. And like I said, later I'll go back and I'll add the in that same Google Drive folder, I'll add the SVG overlay for the rhinestones. Okay. And this is for those who are Hoop Group crew and higher on our channel. And the bow one is a drawing for a $10 gift card to hotfix.store. Okay. The link for the bow SVG. And I'll try and do one in SS6 and SS10. Because I know some people like SS6. Oh, you know what? I should have put a picture of the bow. I don't know what I was thinking. I can't do it now. All right. So the link is in the community tab. All right. So if you are Hoop Group crew and higher, you can click that link. All right. So let's do our drawing for the first one. This is for the first gift card, $10 gift card to hotfix.store. And the winner is Latanya Moreau. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so very, very much for that. And what we're going to do is bow two. We're going to do bow all the way to 6. Okay. So bow 2. And if you win once, I ask that you don't win again, just to keep it fair and square. So bow 2, and then the again it's for the $10 gift card. Latanya, if you'll go to the description, click on the link for the winner giveaway form, and all I need is your name and email address. I don't need anything else. Excuse me. And if you fill it out now, I'll send it now. but it's no rush. It's up to you. And you have 24 hours, no, 48 hours to claim it. You have 48 hours to claim it. I would rather you claim it now because that way it's over and done with. But, you know, I know how it goes, especially if you're on your phone or something like that. So bow 2, and we will be doing the drawing here in about 20 seconds. About 20 seconds, we'll do the drawing. And then, okay, cool. That's what I needed to see. You see the screen print below. The 20th is like, I don't see the violins. I'm gonna look at the wrong counter again. Oops. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out later. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Okay. Alrighty. So let's draw for the second one. And then, of course, the next one will be bow 3. But for now, this one goes to Carla Jacobs. Carla. Yes, honey. Yes. And these gift cards, by the way, they do not expire. They do not expire. Okay. They're good until you use them. They're good until you use them. So if you will click the link in the description and fill that out so that I can get that right over to you, I would appreciate it. All right, so let's see. This is what I need right here. And hopefully you guys had a good time making bows with us tonight. Because I had fun making the bows with you. Definitely did. I definitely did. And if you do get to make a bow and get you a chain hung from it some kind of way, and I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to see if I can find something on Amazon that'll work that we can put under this ribbon to make it where we can hang not only the chain for the top part of the bow, but if you wanted to hang chain from the bottom. I know what my brain is thinking, but I just got to find one. And if I do, then I'll share that with you guys. But meanwhile, if you make one, please post it in the Facebook group, or you can email it just to me. I would love to see what you do with these bows. I would love to see what you do with these bows because they are definitely super cute. Alrighty, so let's draw for bow 3. And again, if you will click the link in the description and fill it out, I would appreciate it. Precious Pieces. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. We appreciate you, Precious Pieces. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so the next one is going to be bow 4. Bow 4. Not 3, 4. Come on. And then let's do that one. Let's see. Did I? Yes. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. All righty. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right. And then Carla, I already sent it to you. So whomever is next. All righty, we get ready to draw for this one. Another $10 gift card to hotfix.store. We appreciate you. It's not to the buy-in. This is only for the hotfix.store. Okay. Not for the buy-in. And this one goes to D. Smith. Hi. Yes, D. Smith. Hi. Yes, honey. Yes. All right. Congratulations. That's what's up. So please click the link in the description, fill that out so that we can get you your gift card. And this one is for both 5. So this one is we got 2 more. So you got 2 more opportunities to win a gift card. But keep in mind we're going to continue to celebrate next weekend. I'll be announcing by probably Friday the next little giveaway that we'll be doing. Is a cool one, a little bit. With this one is going to be a little bit different. So keep your eyes peeled. By the end of the week I'll probably send out a text message about this one to let you guys know how it's going to work. But and then we'll announce the winners on Sunday night as well for the next giveaway. But we're going to carry this right on through for another week. So make sure you're typing in Bow 5. Bow 5. And this is for the 5th $10 gift card to hotfix.store. And click the link in the description and fill it out with your name and email address. That's pretty much all I have to have. But, you know, I don't know what all else you got to put on the form, but I definitely need the name and email address. Definitely need the name and email address. All right, let's roll on this one. Thank you very much again. Don't forget also, well, we'll get to that in a minute. D. Wilson. Yes, honey. Yes. D. Wilson. That's what's up. Congratulations. Congratulations. And now D6. Okay. I'm sorry. Bow 6. Bow 6 is the next one. Congratulations. So please click the link in the description and fill it out so that I can get you your gift card. So that I can get you your gift card. I'm sending them as we speak. So if you're in here, I will send it to you. And where did we go? There's that one. And here's this one. Let's do that. While folks are doing the drawing. There's that, and there's that. All right. Holler. So we've sent out 3 already. 3 of the soon-to-be 6 who have won. All right, you guys ready? Let's do our drawing. And the last gift card, can we enter more than once per drawing? Not if you already won. No. Kevin! Hi! Yes, Kevin! Yes! Congratulations, Kevin! Holler! Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Fill that out and get that gift card right on in the messaging so that I can get you your card. Okay, so really quick, we do have the Jelly Roll race happening tomorrow. So if you're interested, go find the video that I did yesterday, the live I did yesterday. All of the links and information is below that video that tells you where you can get the Jelly Roll. It also tells you the link that you need to click to register to get into the Zoom tomorrow. And also we'll be live streaming the Jelly Roll race tomorrow. Okay, so if you're interested, go ahead and click there. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat now so that I can answer them for you as far as the Jelly Roll race. Also, we have upcoming information about Bling Fest. It's upcoming, so be on the lookout. We are so close to releasing that information, so I just want you to keep your eyes and your ears peeled for that information coming up hopefully this week. If it looks like it's going to go longer, I'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be this week, and I'm very excited about it. So definitely be on the lookout for that. All right. So I don't see any questions, but thank you so much for coming to hang out with us tonight and seeing our cute little super chunky bows. I hope you guys get to make some chunky bows. And actually, it really ain't congratulations to me for going 60K. It's congratulations to you all, because I wouldn't be able to be there if it weren't for you. You guys are the 60K. It's not me. I'm just me. I'm one. Y'all are the 60. So congratulations to all of you collectively for coming over here and helping us have a super duper awesome time over here on this channel. I did see that there was a question about the oval. Thank you. I did see a question about the applique getaway. I have not gotten any arrangements set up yet for applique getaway. Hopefully we will. But as of right now, I don't have any information set up or any arrangements set up for applique getaway just yet. But as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. You will be first to know. All right. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a great night. I gotta go make rhinestone templates for these bows, so I'm gonna have to holler at y'all later. Go ahead and get off of here and get that done if it's not too early. I do have a potential date, Brandy, but I cannot release that until we have it completely locked down and locked in. So hopefully that'll happen this week. Hopefully that'll happen this week, because a lot hinges on the date. A lot hinges on that date. Okay. So, but I'll definitely let you guys know. Hopefully this week. All right. So thank you guys for coming to hang out with us. And until the next time we see you guys, we hope you have happy chunky blinging. And if it's pink, I want to see it. Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all felt that energy today. The baby's booty family in the building. We're shining. We're grinding. Listen. We started with a blank